The galaxy was full of ancient and powerful civilizations, and among them, the Zyrathian Empire was one of the most feared. For thousands of years, the Zyrathians had conquered weaker worlds, taking their resources and making their people servants. Their fleets were unmatched, their technology far beyond most species. They believed they were unstoppable. One day, Zyrathian explorers discovered a small blue planet orbiting a yellow star. It was called Earth, and it was home to a young species called humans. The Zyrathian leaders studied the humans for a short time. They saw a species that still used combustion engines, fought wars among themselves, and had not even colonized other planets properly. To the Zyrathians, humans were nothing but primitive creatures, easy to conquer and enslave. The Zyrathian emperor gave a simple order: send a fleet to their world. Show them our power. They will kneel before us. A massive fleet of warships appeared in Earth's orbit, the skies over many cities filled with strange lights as huge alien ships blocked the sun. Governments around the world panicked. They had never seen anything like this before. A message came from the Zyrathian flagship, translated into Earth's languages. It said, "Humans of Earth, we are the Zyrathian Empire. You are weak. Surrender your planet to us and we may spare some of you." Many world leaders were terrified. The Zyrathians had shown videos of their weapons, capable of destroying entire cities in seconds. But humans were not like other species the Zyrathians had conquered. Fear did not make them surrender. Fear made them fight. The nations of Earth united for the first time in history. Old enemies became allies overnight. Scientists and military leaders worked together to find a way to resist. Humans had never faced such a threat, but they had one great strength: their ability to adapt and work together under pressure. The Zyrathians sent a group of ships to strike major cities, expecting humans to collapse in panic. But something unexpected happened. Human fighter jets, ground missiles, and even satellites in space launched a sudden counterattack. At first, the alien weapons were too advanced. Human planes were destroyed in seconds, and missiles exploded before reaching their targets. But humans kept fighting. They studied how the alien ships moved, how their shields worked, and where their weak spots might be. A group of engineers in a hidden base worked day and night to hack into the alien communication signals. They discovered that the Zyrathian ships used a form of frequency-based shield technology. Within hours, humans changed their missile frequencies to match the shield patterns. The next human attack was different. Missiles pierced the alien shields. Fighter jets, flying at reckless speeds, targeted the engines of the Zyrathian ships. In a shocking turn, the first alien ship exploded in the sky over the Pacific Ocean. The Zyrathian fleet was stunned. No primitive species had ever destroyed one of their warships before. The humans' tactics were unpredictable, and they used every possible trick to fight back. Some soldiers even boarded damaged alien ships, capturing weapons and technology. In just 2 days, humans had disabled several more Zyrathian ships. The aliens realized something terrifying. Humans were learning their technology faster than expected. Every hour that passed, humans became more dangerous. The Zyrathian commander sent a desperate message to the emperor. "These humans, they do not fight like any species we have known. They are reckless, clever, and fearless. Every time we strike them, they return stronger." For the first time in centuries, the Zyrathian Empire felt fear. On Earth, the humans were exhausted, but their determination only grew stronger. Leaders around the world spoke to their people. "We fight not for power, but for survival. We will not kneel. We will protect our home." The Zyrathians retreated temporarily, planning to return with an even larger fleet. But deep inside, some alien leaders began to wonder if attacking humans was a terrible mistake. As the last alien ship disappeared into space, people around the world cheered. They had survived the first strike of an enemy far more powerful than themselves. Yet far away on the Zyrathian homeworld, the Emperor stared at the report with cold eyes. "Prepare the Grand Fleet," he said. "If these humans want a fight, we will give them one." The war between humans and Zirathians had only just begun. The Zirathian fleet returned to their empire in shock. Never in their history had a primitive species destroyed so many of their ships. The emperor was furious, but some of his advisors were deeply worried. A young Zirathian scientist named Viral studied the battle data carefully. He presented his report to the council. "The humans are not the strongest in technology or weapons," he explained. "But they are different from any species we know. They are fast learners. They adapt in hours to things that take others decades. They work together even when they should be divided. That is their power." Many generals laughed at him. They believed that humans had simply been lucky. But Viral was not so sure. "Every time we attacked, they changed their tactics. Every time we won a battle, they returned with a better plan. We gave them our technology by fighting them, and they used it against us." While the Zirathians argued, humans were not wasting time. Around the world, scientists studied every piece of alien technology they had recovered. Engineers worked day and night in secret bases. Within weeks, they learned how to copy parts of alien weapons, shields, and communication systems. A scientist in Japan managed to modify a small alien energy core to power Earth-made drones. In America, engineers built new missile guidance systems based on alien technology. In Europe, researchers began designing hybrid spacecraft that could fly farther and faster than any human ship before. World leaders, who had once mistrusted each other, now shared technology freely. Humanity had never been so united. The threat of destruction had erased borders and rivalries. The Zirathians sent small scout ships to test Earth's defenses again. But this time, they were shocked. The humans shot down the scouts before they could escape. A Zirathian spy hidden on Earth sent a secret report back to the Empire. "The humans are building weapons that we do not fully understand. They copy our technology and improve it. They learn too fast. If we wait too long, they may become stronger than us." This report alarmed the Emperor. He ordered a second attack, sending a smaller fleet to strike Earth's military bases. The aliens expected an easy victory. But when the Zirathian ships entered Earth's orbit, they were met with powerful energy weapons. Weapons the humans had built using alien parts. The humans targeted weak spots in the alien shields, something they had learned from the First War. Human pilots flew daring missions, some even boarding alien ships in mid-battle. They used new suits made from alien alloys, which made them stronger and faster. The battle lasted for days. In the end, most of the Zirathian fleet was destroyed, and the surviving ships were forced to retreat again. The Zirathian commander of the mission sent a final message to the Emperor. "They are no longer the same species we met weeks ago. Every time we fight them, they become more dangerous. They are unstoppable." Viral, the young scientist, finally stood before the Emperor again. "You see now, don't you?" Viral said softly. "Humans are not strong because of their weapons. They are strong because of their minds, because they refuse to give up. Every battle only makes them smarter, faster, and more united. The more we fight them, the stronger they become." The Emperor remained silent. His pride was hurt, but deep inside he began to understand that humans were not just another species to conquer. Meanwhile, on Earth, people celebrated their second victory. But the human leaders knew this was not the end. "They will return," said General Harris, one of the Earth Alliance commanders, "and next time they will come with everything they have. We must be ready." Humanity continued to prepare. Massive factories built hybrid spacecraft. Soldiers trained with new alien-enhanced armor. Scientists developed weapons that could pierce even the strongest shields. The entire planet had changed. For the first time in history, humans stood as one species, united by a single goal: survival. Far away, the Zirathian emperor gave a chilling order to his generals. Gather every ship, every soldier, and every weapon. We will end these humans before they become a threat to the entire galaxy." But as the great Zerathian fleet prepared for war, Viral whispered to himself, "It is already too late. Every day they grow stronger, and one day we will fear them more than we fear our own emperor." The stage was set for the greatest war the galaxy had ever seen. The Zyrathian homeworld prepared for total war. Factories produced thousands of new warships, and soldiers trained day and night. The Emperor wanted to crush humanity before it became too powerful. In the War Council, Zyrathian generals argued about how to defeat Earth. "We must attack before they learn more of our technology," said one general. "Every battle makes them stronger. We cannot wait." Another general agreed. "We should destroy their planet completely. Do not give them a chance to fight back." But Viral, the young scientist, stood in the middle of the council chamber and spoke with a calm voice. "If we attack now, they will unite even more. They do not break under fear. They become stronger. We saw this twice already. The more we threaten them, the more dangerous they become." The generals dismissed him, calling him a coward, but the Emperor listened silently, his golden eyes fixed on Viral. Deep inside, he feared the scientist might be right. On Earth, humanity was preparing too. For the first time in history, all nations worked together as one. A new planetary council was formed, called the Earth Alliance. Leaders from every country shared resources and knowledge freely. Factories produced new hybrid spacecraft powered by alien energy cores. These ships were faster and more powerful than anything humans had ever built. New weapons were created that could cut through Zerathian armor like paper. In a secret base in the Arctic, scientists tested a massive superweapon known as Project Aegis, a powerful shield capable of protecting entire cities from orbital strikes. General Harris, one of Earth's top commanders, stood before the council. "The Zerathians will not stop. We must be ready for the greatest battle in history. But we have something they do not: our unity, our will, and our ability to fight against impossible odds." The humans knew they had little time. Scouts reported that the Zyrathian Grand Fleet was gathering near a distant star system. They would soon come with everything they had. Meanwhile, Zyrathian spies were sent to Earth to gather information. They disguised themselves as traders and workers, secretly studying human behavior. But what they saw shocked them. In cities once divided by politics and war, people now worked side by side. Factories built ships around the clock. Farmers supplied food to soldiers without expecting payment. Scientists from rival nations shared data freely. One spy reported back, "The humans are no longer separate nations. They are one species now. Their leaders stand together. Their people are united. We have given them what they never had before, a reason to forget their differences." The Emperor read this report in silence. His greatest fear was becoming true. The humans were no longer weak or divided. The Zerathians launched a small test attack to measure Earth's defenses. But this time, the humans were ready. Hybrid human ships intercepted the alien fleet before it reached orbit. Using clever tactics, they lured the Zyrathians into asteroid fields, where their larger ships could not maneuver easily. Human pilots flew in dangerous formations, sacrificing their safety to protect one another. Their teamwork confused the aliens, who relied on strict orders and predictable strategies. Within hours, the Zerathian fleet was destroyed. Not a single ship returned. The surviving alien spy sent a final desperate message: "Do not attack them again. Every time we fight, they become stronger. They have new weapons, new ships, and new courage. If we strike with our full fleet, they will only become more dangerous. They will unite the galaxy against us." Back on Earth, the victory gave people hope. But human leaders knew the worst was yet to come. General Harris spoke to his commanders. "We cannot win by defending Earth alone. If they bring their full fleet, we will be outnumbered. We must take the fight to them." The Earth Alliance began planning Operation Dawnstrike, a bold mission to attack the Zyrathian Empire itself. The decision shocked many, but as one scientist said, "If we wait, they will destroy us. If we fight, we have a chance." On the Zyrathian homeworld, Viral met the Emperor one last time. "I warned you," Viral said. "We created our greatest enemy. We underestimated them. And now, they are no longer just humans. They are something far greater." The Emperor clenched his fists. "Prepare the Grand Fleet," he growled. "This time, we will end them, once and for all." But deep in his heart, the Emperor felt something he had not felt in centuries: fear. The stars above Earth glowed brighter than usual as thousands of ships prepared for launch. The Earth Alliance fleet, the largest force humanity had ever built, stood ready. Each ship was a hybrid of human design and alien technology. General. Harris walked through the command deck of the flagship Unity. Engineers, pilots, and soldiers saluted as he passed. For the first time, humanity had no borders, no divisions. Everyone fought for the same goal: survival and freedom. "Today," Harris said in his speech to the fleet, "we face the greatest enemy in the galaxy. They think we are weak. They think we are primitive. But they do not understand humanity. We do not kneel. We do not surrender. We fight for our home, and we fight for each other." The fleet erupted in cheers. Engines roared as the massive armada departed Earth, heading toward the Zyrathian Empire. Far away, the Zyrathian Grand Fleet was also preparing. Tens of thousands of warships gathered around their homeworld. The Emperor stood on his throne platform, watching the fleet leave. "This is the end of humanity," he declared coldly. "Crush them. Leave nothing alive." But Viral, the young scientist, watched with worry. He knew that every battle had only made the humans stronger. He whispered to himself, "This war will not end as you think." The two fleets met in the empty void of space near a red star. It was the largest battle the galaxy had ever seen. The Zyrathians attacked first. Their powerful cannons unleashed devastating blasts, destroying several human ships in seconds. But the humans were ready. They used unpredictable tactics, splitting their fleet into small groups. Some ships hid inside asteroid fields, while others moved in strange patterns that confused Zyrathian targeting systems. Human pilots sacrificed themselves to protect larger ships. Every time a human ship was destroyed, others took its place. The battle was chaos, but humans thrived in chaos. On the Unity, General Harris gave new orders. "Activate Project Aegis." From the flagship, a massive energy shield spread across nearby human ships, protecting them from the deadliest Zyrathian weapons. At the same time, human strike teams launched daring boarding missions. Small squads in armored suits flew directly into Zyrathian warships, cutting through hulls and taking control from inside. The Zyrathian commanders were stunned. No enemy had ever dared to board their ships during battle. One squad of soldiers, led by Captain Elena Reyes, managed to fight their way to the Zyrathian flagship, the Eternal Dominion. Their mission was dangerous: capture the Emperor or force him to surrender. The battle inside the ship was fierce. Zyrathian guards were stronger and better armed, but the humans used speed, clever tactics, and teamwork to win. Elena and her team finally reached the throne room. The Emperor stood tall, golden armor shining. "You humans are stubborn," he said with anger. "But this is my empire. You cannot win." Elena stepped forward, her weapon aimed at him. "Maybe, but we will. Never stop fighting. That is why we will win." The Emperor looked into her eyes and saw something he had never seen before, a determination that no fear could break. For the first time, the Emperor hesitated. Outside, The Zairathian fleet was losing. Human ships had taken control of several alien dreadnoughts and turned them against their former allies. The Grand Fleet, once so powerful, was now in chaos. General Harris's voice echoed through the comms. "This is our chance. Push forward! For Earth!" The humans fought harder than ever. Zairathian ships exploded one after another. The remaining alien commanders begged the Emperor for orders, but there was only silence. Inside the throne room, Elena lowered her weapon, slightly. "You can keep fighting and lose everything, or you can surrender and live." The Emperor's pride battled with his fear. Finally, he dropped his weapon. "Enough," he said softly. "I will stop this war." The order to surrender spread through the Zairathian fleet. One by one, their ships powered down. The war was over. Human soldiers, bruised and exhausted, cheered across every battlefield. The galaxy had just witnessed something no one thought possible: humans defeating the most powerful empire known. On the Unity, General Harris stood silently, looking at the stars. "It's over," he whispered. But deep inside, he knew this was only the beginning. For the first time in history, humanity was no longer just a small species on a blue planet. They had become something far greater, a power the entire galaxy would never underestimate again. The war was over. The Zairathian fleet, once feared across the galaxy, now floated powerless in the void. Many of their ships were captured by human forces, while others were escorted back to their homeworld. Inside the throne room of the Eternal, Dominion, the Zairathian Emperor, sat silently staring at the floor. The sound of battle had ended, replaced by a deep and heavy silence. Captain Elena Reyes stood before him with her team. She lowered her weapon, knowing the Emperor had surrendered. "It is done," she said. "No more fighting." The Emperor slowly nodded. His voice was quiet but heavy with defeat. "I underestimated you. I thought humans were weak. But now I see you are unlike any species in the galaxy." Across Earth, people celebrated, streets filled with cheers and flags of a single united planet. For the first time in history, humanity had not only survived an alien invasion, but defeated the greatest empire in the galaxy. But instead of seeking revenge, the Earth Alliance made a surprising decision. General Harris addressed the new Galactic Council, which included representatives from neutral alien species. "We do not want to enslave or destroy the Zairathians," Harris said. "We want peace. We want cooperation. If we keep fighting, we will become no better than those who tried to conquer us." This decision shocked many. Other species had always expected humans to take revenge, as the Zairathians had done for centuries. But humanity's choice for peace earned them respect. One alien ambassador said, "They defeated the strongest empire, and yet they choose peace. Perhaps humans are the leaders we have been waiting for." On the Zairathian homeworld, the once proud emperor stood before his people. For centuries, the Zairathian Empire had ruled through fear and power, but now they had been humbled by a species they once called primitive. "My people," the emperor said in his first speech after surrender, "we believed that strength alone made us powerful. But today, we learned the truth. The humans fought not for power, but for each other. They never gave up, even when defeat seemed certain. We will never anger them again. Instead, we will learn from them." His words echoed through the entire empire. For the first time, the Zairathians began to question their past, wondering if true power came not from fear, but from unity and hope. Humanity, too, had changed. The war had erased borders, rivalries, and old hatreds. The Earth Alliance became permanent, turning humanity into a single united civilization. Factories that once built weapons now built starships for exploration. Scientists who had worked on deadly weapons now focused on medicine and energy solutions. The hybrid ships, born from both human and alien technology, became symbols of cooperation. humans invited other peaceful species to join them in building a new future. Years later, at the first Galactic Peace Summit, leaders from dozens of worlds gathered to sign an agreement that would prevent wars like the Zirathian conquest from ever happening again. The Zirathian Emperor, now humbled and wiser, stood beside General Harris and Captain Elena Reyes as they signed the treaty. He leaned toward Elena and whispered, "I will never forget what I learned. We will never anger the humans again. Instead, we will follow their example." Elena smiled. "It is not about fear," she replied. "It is about respect. If we all work together, there will be no need for anger again." The galaxy slowly transformed. Former enemies became allies. Trade, knowledge, and culture were shared across star systems. The story of humanity spread everywhere, a story of a small species that had fought impossible odds, not for conquest, but for survival and peace. Young alien children across many worlds grew up hearing tales of the humans who never gave up. One day, Viral, the scientist who had warned the Emperor, visited Earth. Standing on a balcony overlooking the thriving cities, he said softly, "I was right. They are more dangerous than we imagined, but they are also better than we ever hoped." General Harris, standing beside him, replied, "We were just ordinary people. But when the galaxy tried to break us, we became something more." Viral nodded, slowly. "Yes, and now, because of you, the galaxy is finally changing." Years later, a monument was built on Earth, honoring all the lives, human and alien, that were lost in the war. On the base of the monument, a single sentence was engraved in dozens of languages. Humanity fought not for power, but for peace. And because of that, the galaxy will never be the same. The Zirathian Emperor stood before the monument, placing his hand on the cold stone. He whispered the words he had repeated many times since that day. "We will never anger the humans again." And for the first time in history, the galaxy truly believed it.